Genesee Country Museum was founded in 1966 as a preservation effort by John L. Whaley. He was concerned with the rise of urban renewal in Rochester and wanted to preserve rural architecture.
Our mission is to bring history, art, and nature of Western New York to the community. Being in the rural part of Monroe County, we are one of the only arts organizations out here. So we are, in terms of schools going on field trips, in terms of families having access to arts and culture, we provide that to them by being in this area. We receive funding through the Hallowell Fund, and that supports not only our general operating, they also allocate part of it for us to be able to expand the stories that we tell.
Stories that go beyond strictly the buildings to look at underrepresented aspects of our regional history. So we're looking at stories of the enslaved community and the indigenous community.
It's important to us to make sure that we are telling as many stories as we can about the various people who lived in Western New York in the 19th century.
This is looking at a reinterpretation of the spaces that we have, the people who worked and lived in them, and being able to tell new stories about our old buildings.
To really help our visitors understand there are stories they may not have learned about in school, but they are important, and the Hallowell Fund has allowed us to do that.
A quick walk around the historic village, you can see that the support of the Rochester Area Community Foundation has touched nearly every building within eyesight.
The fact that we get grants to support our buildings and their preservation is amazing. These buildings wouldn't be here if they hadn't been moved to this site 50 or 60 years ago. But even then, they still need to have regular upkeep. They need to have painting. They need to have carpentry work done on them.
For us to be able to preserve these structures requires special trade skills. So we know there are challenges of finding people who can properly roof with a cedar roof or do trade skills in historic buildings that are appropriate to our preservation needs.
The historic preservation funds that we get through the Community Foundation have helped to preserve many of our sort of landmark buildings that we have here. So right now we're in the Hamilton House, which was the recipient of funds to help not only paint it, but put a new roof on it. Both of our churches have been painted and had their windows repaired thanks to grants from the Community Foundation. And then most recently, the clockworks on our town hall, which is right in the center of our village square, were refurbished, and now they actually chime.
So over my shoulder is the town hall clock, which was a Community Foundation project in 2023. It stopped working. It required extensive cleaning and repairs to get it up and running. Sound is an important interpretive tool, just as much as an exterior paint job or the smell of smoke or seeing crops and animals in the field. It really helps to bring history alive to us.
We would not be able to do this work without people helping us to fund these projects.